Welcome to the Cale Hauser Leadership Secrets Podcast. Today, let's talk about building value. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Cale Hauser Leadership Secrets Podcast. My name is Cale Hauser, your host today, co-founder and CEO of Cale Hauser Leadership. I appreciate you joining me today. Let's dive right into it. Today, I want to talk about building value. There's this concept that hopefully you are implementing in your business, that it is more important for you to build value into your products and services versus just selling them as cheap as possible. Now, on one hand, yes, we're talking about sales here a little bit, but this absolutely has to do with you as a leader and how you build value in your teams, how you build value for people to want to even work for you. Like, what is their value add of wanting to work for your company? Now, a lot of this concept of value, right? It's applicable to so many different aspects of life, goes in large part back to how transparent are you in your process? How transparent are you in your business? How transparent are you in your pricing? Now, the root of this comes into play in the sense of how can people understand what the value is that you offer if they don't even know the price of your thing? Like, if you think of an example, say a Lamborghini, right? Or, that's your classic luxury car, your Lambo, but you can talk Rolls Royce, you can talk Bentley, whatever, pick your flavor of car. There is a price that's associated with that. And they're not they don't hide that price because they build so much value in the sense of, prestige, craftsmanship, workmanship, speed, right? In the case of the Lambo and your sports cars. But there's no question that for people that are at that level and that can afford that type of a price tag, the value is absolutely there. And they're not so much worried about that. But then you may not be selling Lamborghinis or Bentleys. You may not have that kind of product or service. Maybe you're selling, your cakes at your bakery, or you've got your local restaurant and you're selling your dish. Like, what is the value that you offered? And do people understand that? Do they understand, as part of your all-you-can-eat buffet? That's, this is another good example I just thought of. So Vegas is known for their buffets. They're known for these massive buffets, but they're like sometimes $50, $70, $80, $100, like these different buffets where most people will be like, I'm not spending $100 on this buffet, until they understand and they realize, like, holy smokes, I can get, this smoked salmon, I can get caviar, I can get this roast beef, I can get all these kind of exotic dishes that are one-offs, the crab legs and the seafood and all the things, as well as, the full dessert bar, every kind of dessert that you could possibly want in existence. But this goes back to, like in that example, they're very transparent in the value that they bring. They're like, yep, we know we're pretty much the most expensive buffet here, but you're going to get boom, 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 boom. Like, the value is so stacked, it's going to be all inclusive, and you're going to walk away with wanting for nothing in the form of your culinary experience. Maybe as much as, sushi and a personal chef, not personal chef, but like a sous chef, like right there, that's cooking it for you fresh, But I wanted to talk to you about, like, how are you building value into your company in the form of certainly your products and services? You need to have your value proposition down. Like, what do people get and what is it worth to them if they do business with your company? And does that justify the price? And if you have an extended sales process to where you work somebody through a sales process, which you should, and I'm hoping that you do, they need to know up front and ahead of time, like, okay, my product is $10,000. So when people have that in their brain, they can now start assigning value of all the things that you offer and all the products and services that go along with that in order to justify the price. Because we found people that do not build value into their system, or they use a non-transparent system in order to sell that value and sell that product and service, you're relying solely on emotion. You're relying solely on the heat of the moment of, like, oh, I want that thing, you're excited about it. But then if you never transition to where you move into that logical side and people justify beyond just the emotion, they justify why they want it, how they're going to use it, when they're going to use it, the benefit that it's going to bring them, the problem that it's going to solve, and that, yep, I'm willing to separate my wallet in this form of this lump sum of money in order to get access to that thing. If you never move out of that, that's when you get the chargebacks. That's when you get the returns. That's when you get the people that cancel your subscriptions. And that's not what we want as business people. But taking it a step further, that's when you get people that show up for their 30 days as a new hire, their 90 days as a new hire, and they quit and they walk on. You haven't been building value in them as an employee of what their contribution and what the opportunity is for them in your company in order to continue and grow and exceed and excel in their position there at their company. And this is absolutely your job as the business leader. Now switching to dealing with your employees and staff is building the value so much that they don't want to go work anywhere else. They have an amazing culture. They have an amazing opportunity. If they want to go on vacation, take a Viking cruise up the Rhine for 30 days and it costs, $50,000, there's a mechanism. If they put in the work and effort and they bring you so much business, that there's a mechanism for them to make that much extra money this year so they can do that vacation next year, right? Do your employees even have that? Is there a value proposition for your employees to exceed the base salary that they have? Is there that opportunity? Are you beyond the traditional just corporate structure? Like, yep, you're going to make this, $100,000 a year. This is your salary, no matter what you do. No matter if you bring us more business or you cost us business, you get $100,000 a year. And then at the end, we're going to do a performance report. And if you're lucky, you're going to get maybe a 2% raise, and you're just going to be happy for that. But you're going to get, now instead of 7 days vacation, you're going to get 9 days of vacation, right? There's all these things, but people are looking for. We are out of that corporate mindset anymore. People are looking for opportunities right now. How do you allow your go-getters, your people that want to produce more, they want to learn more, they want to strive to be better, get better, and have more? Are you providing them that opportunity? And I would argue that's one of the largest and biggest things why people stay with a company. Does it allow that opportunity? Because safety and getting that paycheck is great. Of course, everyone's got bills to pay and kids to feed and rent and all that good stuff and things we want to do with those finances. But there comes a point where okay, this is great, but I'm capable of so much more. I want so much more, or I'm seeing these opportunities that I just don't have access to because I have no opportunity here. So I'm going to start looking for that opportunity somewhere else. And it is your job as the leader to provide that opportunity. Provide that incentive plans. Be transparent when you're hiring people. Yep, hey, this job pays $80,000 a year. This is your duties. Da 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 da. But Sally over there, yeah, she same position. She started $80,000 last year, but last year she cleared 140 because she was hitting the phones. She was making calls. She was booking appointments for us, and we did $300,000 worth of extra business because of Sally and referrals. Whatever that looks like for you. Do you have that for your people? Because they need it, and you need it as a business in order to continue to grow. So make sure that goes into your building value and your value proposition, not only for your products. And if you want, we can do a whole series on building value and what that looks like for your products and services, because it is slightly different. Let me know if that is of interest to you. But absolutely, these are the types of things that we discuss in our VIP Leadership Mastermind, is how, as a business leader, how do we create effective teams? How do we create incentive plans? How do we create job descriptions that are going to attract the right people? How do I lead those type of people that are, hungry for more, and maybe they're starting to expand their horizons, and you want to provide that opportunity for them? So if you have not yet, please check out VIPLeadershipMastermind.com, and you can join us there at a pretty amazing introductory price while we've got it. So I hope you found this beneficial. If none of this made sense to you, please shoot me a DM and say, bro, what the heck are you even talking about? But if it was beneficial, please drop a like, a heart, a subscribe, a thumbs up, whatever it is that you're listening or watching on. I would certainly appreciate that. It helps the channel grow and helps kind of get that reach out there so more people get access to this information. Thank you so much for joining me. I look forward to talking to you soon. Have a fantastic day, night, evening, morning, whatever it is, no matter where you're in the world. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.